currently right now we are going to pick up a new guitar pedal. I've been needing a new reverb pedal for quite a little while now, and this is a really good deal. Couldn't pass it up even though I just moved. Of course, you know I'm still always finding the deals. Great news. We have acquired the pedal. Alright, so we are back in the studio. It is quite a few weeks later. Quite frankly, I just haven't gotten around to using this yet, but now is the time that we're going to test out this bad boy, the Hall of Fame 2 by TC Electronic. Upon closer inspection of this particular pedal, you will see that it's not in the greatest of shape. It's pretty banged up, but that is no matter to me because I just care if it works or not. So all things considered, I am kind of a beginner when it comes to guitar pedals. I've had two reverb pedals before this one. I had a Sky or something, cheap reverb pedal, and then after that I bought an EHX Holy Grail V1, one of the old school style ones, and that was pretty cool, but also a very old pedal, so quite finicky, and it was also just very noisy, and there's really only 3 settings on it. So for quite a while I've wanted a reverb pedal that just does a little bit more, and the Hall of Fame 2 definitely does quite a bit more. So the controls are decay, tone, level, and this is the reverb setting, which has a lot of different options. There's also a pre-delay switch, so you can do short or long pre-delay. It has stereo in and stereo out, which is pretty cool, and it also has this secret little mash feature, which I'll show you guys later. It just runs on a typical 9-volt power supply, and there's also this USB slot where you can connect to the computer to actually change the tone print slots. Pretty cool, pretty fancy. There's a lot of features on here, but now we must hear how this sounds. So for the signal chain here, we're just going to be running the 86 Squier Bullet into the pedals and then into my Fender 85 amplifier, and that'll be recorded with my Sennheiser E609 into my Yamaha MC1204 mixer. That doesn't really matter that much, but for those of you who are curious. Alright, so this is just my clean tone. Now we're pretty much going to set everything to 12 o'clock and then go through all of the reverb types. I think they all sound great and they all have their own unique character, which I like quite a lot. I'm definitely going to need to play around with it a little bit more to figure out like what my favorite sounds are, but I really like both the church and hall settings. Those were really good. Now I'm sure you're wondering what exactly are the tone print slots. They basically allow you to create your own custom reverb effects, which is really cool. I think there's like a phone app or a computer software where you can basically program your own reverb to like add chorus and flanger and other effects onto it. I'm not going to do any of that crazy stuff for this video, but I am going to show you what the tone print slots sound like on this. They might be the default ones, or whoever owned this before me might have set them, but we're just gonna hear them nonetheless. So that one sounds kind of like a modulated shimmer or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it sounded like to me. Okay, now that one almost sounded kind of like a flanger shimmer combo thing. Not sure. And that one's nothing, apparently. Okay, that one, yeah, that one's just nothing. I'm gonna venture to guess whoever had the pedal before me probably just messed with it. But I do want to compare the pre-delay being short versus long real quick. It's a pretty subtle thing, but if you don't know what pre-delay does, it basically just delay the time that the reverb starts happening, which kind of just gives you a little bit of a cleaner reverb sound and allows you to retain some of your original signal, like right at the beginning. Right now we're gonna listen to the knobs all the way down versus all the way up, and we're just gonna test all these on the Hall setting. So now really the final feature that I have to show you is the mash function. Now what on earth could that possibly be? Well, the mash feature is essentially like a built-in expression pedal, and I'm pretty sure for each different reverb algorithm it controls a different parameter. So actually for most of the basic presets it just controls like the wet reverb signal. The shimmer kind of increases like the intensity of the shimmer, and then you'll see for the mod setting it controls the speed of the modulation. But if you're setting up one of the tone print slots, you can choose what you want the mash feature to adjust. Let me put a shoe on real quick so I don't have just straight toes in the camera. So if you just do a quick press on the bypass knob, kind of like that, it will turn the pedal off and on. Pretty standard stuff. But if the pedal is on, what you can do is long press, and you'll notice that yellow light lights up. And the softer I press, the dimmer the light gets. The harder I press, the brighter the light gets. That's showing you the varying intensity of whatever parameter you're changing. On the modulation one, it sounds like it's adjusting the speed of the modulation, which is pretty cool. For what I'm doing, I don't really think I'm going to be using the mash feature a whole lot, but I'll probably use it here and there, like at the end of a lead line or something, if I want to just give it some more ambience. So yeah, that's pretty much the rundown of the pedal. Obviously it has some cool built-in fancy features with the tone print and the mash function, but aside from that, I think it's just a nice versatile reverb that has a lot of different reverb sounds on it. So I think at this point, the only thing we have left to do is just make a song with it. We're gonna do that tomorrow though, because it's like a bajillion degrees here today. Yeah, it's 94 degrees. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna make a song with this thing. Okay, next day, and it is time to make some music. I haven't even turned my computer on, so we're gonna do all that stuff. I saw a comment the other day of somebody asking if I still had this guitar. Yes, I do. Cool. Alright, let's just double track that. We're gonna double track that. Alright, so I want to do a part that goes like... But I'm going to dial back the reverb a little bit because I want it to be a little bit more dry sounding. So this part's gonna be for the chorus, and what I'm doing there for that tone is I'm running the reverb pedal into my SD1 so that the overdrive is actually distorting the reverb signal as well. That's a really common kind of shoegaze technique. Alright, let's get some melodies in there now. Let's change the reverb setting. Oh, perfect. That's beautiful. What I'm starting to realize about the shimmer is that it sounds very good on chord stuff. But when you try to do like some high up lead stuff, it can kind of just be like a little bit too much high end. Kinda cool, I don't know though, to be honest. Okay, I think maybe we start laying down some drums on this thing now. I've recorded quite a bit of guitar at this point. Alright, that's pretty much what I want. Who knows how many tries this is gonna take me though, because that's kind of a difficult drummy thing to do. Over here on the mixer, we're gonna turn off the guitar amp mic, and we are going to activate all of the drum microphones. And I think what we're gonna do is bring up the kick a little bit, and then bring up the room mic a little bit, because I want a little bit of a roomier sound. Now we are simply just gonna have at it and try to record this thing. Okay, we messed up, but that's okay because the other camera died. That was actually quite good though, I will say. Not too disappointed in that performance. Oh, now this camera died. That's awesome. Okay, I messed up, but that's okay because it's a good opportunity to check the mix on the drums. Okay, snare mics are coming in pretty hot. Alright, let's test that. Let's see if that's any better. Yeah, it's just like the snare, it just sounds so loud. Okay, so this is really bothering me, and I think it's a mixer problem, but I don't really know what's going on. I'm having this weird problem with my snare, where when I hit the snare, it just sounds really like crackly and like horrible. Now I'm realizing that the pad feature just adds like a load of noise. Analog gear, man, it's so much fun, isn't it? Isn't it just so much fun? Whatever, dude, I'm like totally out of the zone right now because I'm trying to figure out what the problem is with this mixer. Cool, and the noise is back. Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this a little bit later because I am just kind of so annoyed right now. It's probably mostly just because I have no idea what I'm doing and I don't know how to use it, but I don't know why it's making that noise. It just keeps happening and I don't know what to do. It's getting really hot in this room. I keep having to take the headphones and put them over the drum set and the cable gets caught on stuff. Okay, so as you can see here, I just kind of started genuinely tweaking out because I just kept hearing this annoying, like crunchy sound in my snare drum. You could probably hear it a little bit in the audio sample that I showed. This just kind of led to a long trial and error process of playing the drums, going back to the mixer, checking the mix, changing volumes, going back to the drums, playing, changing volumes again, checking the mixer. So it was just a whole ordeal, but I ended up realigning the overhead microphones so that they were like perfectly equidistant from the snare drum. I adjusted some levels and I did some other stuff, but I don't really know. I just kind of was messing around and eventually it sounded fine, so yeah. So I am back a couple hours later. I have gone through quite a headache, quite a nightmarish time. I just revamped my entire drum mix. I literally went through all of the drum mics one by one and set the levels. So that actually took me like a really long time to do. I recorded drums off camera and they sound fine now, which is great. I don't even really want to work on this song anymore if I'm being 100% honest. I'd rather just go eat a handful of chocolate chips, watch a YouTube video and call it a day, but we're gonna finish this song. We're gonna start off by getting a little baskets in there. I don't even remember the chords to this song at this point, honestly. Okay, never mind, I remembered them. Okay, this song's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool song. Not the best, but not the worst. Okay, that's good for bass. Let's try to get some shaker in there as well. Okay, we got shaker. I don't really want to record anything else, but we're gonna record some synth through the pedal. Just because we can do that now and because I want to use the pedal again in some way. So we're gonna do some patch bass stuff real quick. Mini log out in... Not hearing any sound. That's awesome. Okay, we got a little synthy thing. My mixer is now also like way noisier than it was before and I don't know why. So yeah, the actual song making part of this video has been kind of a disaster and a headache. But hey, cool pedal though, I can say that much. I'm very glad to have kind of a nice reverb pedal now that does quite a few different things. For a long while I've just been using the spring reverb that's on my amp, which sounds fine. I really like the way it sounds. But it's nice to have some different options every once in a while, especially that shimmer function. So yeah, it's probably gonna be a staple for me on my board for a little while until I, find another reverb that I want to try out. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you all in the next one.